We have exciting news to announce here in the town of Hempstead. We are stepping forward and going to get greater tax relief for our Cold War veterans who served this country and deserve a break. Now, as taxes and expenses have increased, exemptions in many cases have not. Well, we're happy to announce we've drafted legislation that is going to put the town of Hempstead Cold War veterans in a better place and put them on par with a discount that is well deserved. A year ago, we stood here to make an announcement on legislation. Years ago, New York State in 2008 had created a Cold War exemption for veterans serving in our country from September 2nd, 1945 through December 26, 1991 in the armed forces and saw combat. The problem with the legislation was there was a sunset provision. It was only in existence for 10 years. Well, the New York State realized their mistake and realized that our veterans don't have a sunset. They deserve that discount to be extended. So we stood here to announce that the town of Hempstead was going to adopt a law that was passed by New York State, making that a permanent discount. What does that mean? That means for our Cold War veterans who served this country, they were going to continue to receive that tax discount on their general tax bills and not lose it. We decided to dig a little bit deeper, and what we found out was New York State had also passed another provision last year. And that was how they determined the Cold War veterans benefit. Previously, there had been a cap on the deciding factor of $54,000. That's the number they use on determining the eligibility and the amount of your discount. Well, New York State has changed that, and they've raised that number to $75,000. Well, I'm happy to announce I've drafted legislation, I've received support from my colleagues, that the town of Hempstead is going to adopt that new number. What does that $75,000 number translated to? It translates potentially up to an additional $80,000 in tax savings for almost 1,800 Cold War veterans alone in the town of Hempstead.
You know, and the men and women that serve our country during peacetime, during the Cold War, made the world realize, don't mess with the U.S. because they're still powerful. They're still strong. The men and women that served in the military, they raised their right hand and swore to God that they were prepared to die for this country.
I am a town of Hempstead resident that served in the Cold War in the United States Air Force. And today I am giving my input in support of the 15% partial exemption with the increase of up to $75,000. As I said in the past, pay it forward for those of us who have served this country.
We want you to get up to that 15%, and this is going to help. By increasing this determining factor, we are hoping we are going to get those veterans who serve this country, the men and women who put their lives on the line for us. They deserve, at minimum, this sort of help. And if we can do more, we will.